MP Bimola Koijam slams buffer zone restriction over OC being prohibited to enter his own jurisdiction. Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation convener Jitendra Ningomba cautions against conduct of census in Manipur amid crucial juncture. Hello, you're watching Pm-Istv English News. I'm Jay Xiaoinam, giving you the news in detail. By pointing out that even OC of a police station is being prohibited to enter his own jurisdiction, MP Bimola Koijam has slammed the buffer zone restriction and questioned the integrity of Manipur. He was speaking at a booth-level meeting held at Ima Phawoi Bisanglen, Kumbi at Kumbi. Further speaking, he questioned the credibility of the centre's claim of buffer zone not being existed in Manipur. He further asked if the state forces were allowed to move freely beyond the checkpoint to investigate thoroughly the bomb blast which took place at Saiton. He exhorted the people to elect for a capable and visionary leader so that the territorial integrity of Manipur can remain intact.
Karamba India in law Makada executive order this is not 144. Lambi Tingum to 144 and 163 where the BNS. Long I will look at the labor. I don't know Karamba law. The provisions executive order to Aga sitting in Wibasel, Nasikana, Hangargay, Manipuda. See what Mayam says, Saka, Musum, the Nazi, Katana, Kadai, Kana, Popi, Dilta, Udonova. They are very important issues, but if you do not have the state and the government interest, you will never be able to resolve this. Langat Pandana, Mapu Pandana, issue handled the Bukana, Udonova.
Congress intending candidate Dr. Khangembam Ramesh sought overwhelming support of the people in bringing positive transformation of Kumbi Assembly constituency as well as Manipur. Convener of Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation, Jitendra Ningomba has cautioned against the proposed census, saying it is not a time to carry out census in the state amid the crucial juncture. He made the statement while attending the 8th Foundation Day of Sporting Youth Club SYC of Hairokpartu, Moirangthem Laikai in Thoubal district. Jitendra Ningomba further stated that the illegal immigrants staying in the state will never be identified if the census is conducted before NRC. He highlighted that a mass uprising is needed in order to prevent the proposed census. He also spoke about the efforts made by Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation to push for NRC before census. He said the members of the campaign had also spoken to MLA Thokjom Radhesham and Speaker Manipur Assembly, D.H. Satyaberta. Moreover, a 5-point memorandum was submitted to the Governor on December 16 and Union Home Minister on December 15, pressing for conduct of NRC before census, he said. He called for public support in the mass agitation to be held on last week of February or first week of March 2026.
혹시 에코데 망데 따드네르지 란 머능데기 란기 핵 마망 음숨 란기 머능데기 안나고 펑나 아송기 레바데기 멘마르데기 미 마야마 생각크레 해브세 에코 샤나수 강에 마망에 뭐거기 쿠키 인비 머니푸르에 나네보도 쿠키 싱기 거기 시에 소싱 메암네 아두게 앞으로 모두 갖고 있다고 간다 마야마 레레 하드나 에코나 무슨 가능나 컨트롤도 고데기 하나 한나는 그딴 자네 아두들 난 독전기네 맞지만나 헤컬 기보 마얌싱도 미국 티보 마탐다 역신 기보 다르가디 에코이는 나시 미투업니는 라우리세 미투업니 하비 야르로이바 Karina, Inyaki citizen am on Gidore, Miko Tibutia Kibutaragdi, legally Makose, citizen of India, Oigreva.
As part of the Foundation Day, elderly citizens of the area were presented with winter gifts. Moirang Kendra Apunba Longmi Shinmi amasung Nupi Loop and Kumbi Longmi Loop have served an ultimatum to the Agriculture Department to translate the assurance given by its Joint Secretary Muhammad Yasir Khan into action by January 10, otherwise warned of launching intense form of steer starting from January 13. A farmers' meet was held at Moirang Palace regarding the delayed disbursement of compensation for farmers affected by ongoing ethnic conflict. Following the meeting, Secretary of Moirang Kendra Apunba Longmi Shinmi amasung Nupi Loop El Manglem spoke to media persons where he pointed out that more than 5,000 hectares of agricultural land within Bishnupur district alone could not be cultivated since the outbreak of May 3, 2023. He said the Joint Secretary of Agriculture Department had earlier assured to release the remaining compensation for the farmers affected by the conflict. However, no action has been taken so far. He said the department must also raise the compensation amounts for each year for the affected farmers.
Kukina Tugai Birambal, Lakong Kai, Amama Lariba, Lapum Singer, Capenza, Pina, but whatever Taret Loraga, was secretary the Pijabanis, Secretarina, Akoi, whatever single to Lobiraga, has Odara Matoe, Utang Tarabogi, Manunchida, Joint Secretarina, Yarabadi, Lomishin Jigi, Lehuri was saying, Semdin Sazilaga, home the Tarage, Haina Yana, but they are going to see for Wong, I do not likely. Adubo Lomishin Shina, Henawaba Matam Wishila Punina, Sendreba Lomi Luki Secretary, Amadi, executive putting Mukta Habira, putting a Sigi Mipamasi, Tangtaragi Matungagi, Tap Tabatarabadi, Away Egitation Taurasi, Highland and Sing of Katigi, Masigi Mipamasi Pamani, Matung Tarakpada, Yana Double Lairabadi, Masigi Mipamna Tangtara Home Doidagi, Kunjang Shilagani, Makal Matel Kayagi, Highway Period, Amasu Luxury Haina, Kanganzari.
Veteran politician, former president of BJP Manipur Pradesh and former MLA of the Thangmaipan Assembly constituency, Mainam Borod, passed away today. He was a founder member of the Bharatiya Janata Party BJP in Manipur and was associated with the party since its formative years in the state. Condolences have poured in from political leaders, party workers and members of the public across the state. National spokesperson of BJP, Sambit Patra, has conveyed a condolence message expressing his sadness at the demise of former MLA Mainam Borod. Sambit Patra added that Mainam Borod was indeed one of the founding pillars of strength of BJP Manipur, while ex-Chief Minister and Brain too condoled the death of Mainam Borod. He stated that Mainam Borod's passing is an irreparable loss not only to the BJP but also to the people of Manipur. As a legislator and public representative, Mainam Borod always upheld democratic values and worked tirelessly for the development of society, leaving behind a legacy of integrity and dedication, he said. Dalit Sahitya Academy Manipur observed Kabiraj Moirangthem Rajendra condemning function and also organized reception ceremony for National and International Awardees 2025 at Manipur Press Club. Former Director, Soil Conservation, Nagaland, Senjam Nandeshwar, National Secretary of Bharatiya Dalit Sahitya Academy, India, Dr. Yumnam Mahendra Kumar, Member of Bar Council, Advocate K.H. Iboyaima, National and International Awardee Advocate A. Surendra Kumar, and former Office SBI C.H. Lilabanta graced the occasion as the main case. A total of 37 national and international awardees 2025 were honored during the program. The 13th Liangmai Imphal Market was organized at Singjamai, Baigapati Laikai today. Fresh and organic produces produced directly from Liangmai farmers in the hills were brought to Imphal and sold at the Liangmai Imphal Market. People from different parts of the city were seen shopping for vegetables, fruits, and other products at the market today. Co-convener of Liangmai Market Imphal, Defu Prinmai, told media persons that the Liangmai Imphal Market was first opened on September 2025, and since then, with the help of local clubs, the market was organized at different places every Thursday. He said every Thursday, the market will be open in various parts of Imphal, and fresh and organic produces from Liangmai farmers of Sanapati, Kangpokpi, Tamenglong, Noney district will be made available at the market. He said the market also brought closer the people of different communities.
Sales se howe arapa sing leiba market sida imphal da laga moi gi platform pizza ga rely to pham ama platform sin ba matam da hene nungai be security no hairedi jaga khra leriba somde Nagaland gi border da barak ki river gi manakta leiba sing they are more comfortable to go to the Nagaland hene nangna be so adom da am rely to busu leitabdi na chel leye aduna maram orega imphal da khoi da laga interaction to ba platform pizza be se this is going to help akhoi gi political da wairo khoi gi bonding strengthened over the wairo amaga ma hene nungsinaba aduga Manipur se amata oibagi hingminabagi wakhalon gi maram oiraga sigi lengma info market is when introduced to orga khoi leijabani.
General Secretary of Manipur Drivers Association, Ketumayum Sanjoy, announced that the commemorative function of Manipur Drivers Day will be held by Manipur Drivers Association on January 14 at Manipur Press Club. Speaking further during a press meet held at the office of MDA at Kwakaital, Ketumayum Sanjoy shared that the Manipur Drivers Day will be observed on January 14 to honor the drivers' tireless efforts and sacrifices in transporting goods for the people of Manipur day and night. He also invited drivers hailing from different parts of the state to attend the observance.
Manipur Drivers Association Drivers Day asibu pangthok sabagi nungi wahan tokti laikhidraba diversing haibadi lambigi khudong thiba thokdokta natagana labigi khudong thiba thokdokta khoigi haksangi khong khande khut khangde haksangi diheda khoigi soktana potha laikhraba amasung kanagumba divers jingbung sagi tathi toina tawibadagi khoigi khudong thiba thokdoktagi laikhidaba singbo khoigi numitugi ningsing bo oina khoina sahi khudingi pangtho laksabani divers day na amasung sahi gi matam gi matungina diver gi simpham dagi potha graba akhoi gi ithak thongba takpi tami bang ma khoi gi ojan ji gi mafam da sadhanjali ka chaban mi ne haidona mayang mafam da ningsing jan.
Government of Manipur, Department of Skills, Labour, Employment and Entrepreneurship organized felicitation cum interaction program of selected candidates to Japan at Government ITI Takil. Joint Director of Directorate of Craftsmen Training Manipur, Yaifaba Longjam, State Engagement Officer, National Skill Development Corporation, Masotmi Jimik, and Secretary SLEE, Government of Manipur, and Bandana graced the occasion as dignitaries. The selected candidates who will be working in Japan were honored during the program. Addressing the gathering, Secretary SLEE, Government of Manipur, and Bandana appreciated the selected candidates for their hard work. She also hoped that such initiative launched by the department will help unemployed youths from the state in landing job opportunities in foreign countries.
Asidayda akoigi Ministry of Skill Development na piraiba akoigi sugumba Japan gi opportunity Japan na thabak tawbagi adusu Government of India and Government of Japan gi Memorandum of Cooperation gi makhara tawba thabak sigi sugumba opportunity sina akoibu anoba asa anoba hope ama uholapase asigi I'm really appreciated the works, the initiative given taken up by the Government of India and Government of Japan.
A joint combing operation CASO was carried out at Champanagar village area. The team, comprised of Jiribam Police Station, led by OC of Jiribam Police Station Inspector T.H. Tikendra and Jitendra Prasad Khir, RL, JBM, CDO unit of Jiribam, 87 Battalion CRPF, 156 Battalion CRPF, and 215 Battalion CRPF. The combing operation commenced from 7:30 a.m. and ended at 9:30 a.m., during which approximately 60 houses were reportedly checked and around 200 individuals were verified. No arrest was made during the operation. Now we have the national news. Centre has issued notification for first phase of the Census House, listing that operations will conduct between 1st April and 30th September this year across all states and union territory during a 30-day period specified by its states or union territories. The Home Ministry states that provision for self-enumeration will be available for a period of 15 days prior to the commencement of house-to-house listing as per the schedule notified by its state union territory. The two phases of the census will be of house listing and housing census. For the Union Territory of Ladakh and snowbound, non-synchronous areas of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, states of Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand, the population enumeration will be conducted in September this year. Earlier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi approves the scheme of conduct of census of India 2027 at the cost of 11,718.24 crore rupees. Moreover, Cabinet Committee on Political Affairs in its meeting on the 30th of April last year decides to include caste enumeration in the upcoming census. External Affairs Minister S. J. Shankar says India and France must work together to stabilize global politics, where the world is witnessing a fractious geopolitical environment. He made remarks during meeting with his French counterpart Jean-Noël Barrot in Paris. He also notes India chairing the BRICS and France helming the G7 this year, and even refers to both sides being part of the G20 grouping. He further states that continuous conversation is important to nurture relationships. External Affairs Minister also noted India chairing the BRICS and France helming the G7 this year, and even referred to both sides being part of the G20 grouping. The two ministers also focused on preparing the ground for French President Emmanuel Macron's visit to India next month to participate in the AI Summit. Now we have to international news. U.S. President Trump signs an executive order stopping U.S. support for 66 organizations, agencies, and commissions after ordering a review of American participation and funding. State Department says in a statement that administration believes these institutions are poorly managed, unnecessary, wasteful, or influenced by interests that do not align with U.S. priorities, and may threaten the country's sovereignty and prosperity. Trump's administration has taken several foreign policy actions, including capturing Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro, indicating an intention to take over Greenland. The Election Commission of Nepal has published a list of candidates who have filed their candidacies for the National Assembly election scheduled for January 25th. As per the list, 44 candidates of different parties filed their candidacies for the election going to be held for 19 posts. According to the Commission's Joint Secretary and spokesperson Narayan Prasad Bhattarai, the registration of candidates' nomination papers was completed peacefully at the offices of the election officers in all 7 provincial capitals. According to the election program, objections for the candidates can be filed today. The nomination papers and complaints, if any, shall be examined, and the list of candidates will be published by Saturday. The election symbols will be given to the candidates on January 12. Province Assembly members, chairperson and vice chairperson of the rural municipalities, mayor and deputy mayor are voters in the National Assembly election. There are a total of 2,043 voters, in which 545 are Province Assembly members and 1,498 are chairpersons, vice chairperson, mayors and deputy mayors who will vote in the election. The voting weightage of a Province Assembly member is 53, followed by 19 of a local people's representative. Before we end, the headlines once again. MP Bimola Koijam slams buffer zone restriction over OC being prohibited to enter his own jurisdiction. Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation convener Jitendra Ningomba cautions against conduct of census in Manipur amid crucial juncture. That's all we have in this bulletin. Keep watching ISTV News.